Yeah, no, you're chalked. You're done for. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing, testing. Perfect. Damn. It's okay. That's normal. I don't have a delay on. Hmm? Yo, it was the fucking pen. Fuck you. What that? How about that? ¿Qué pasó? Here, what's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for April 3rd, 2025. Hope you guys had a great trading week. Been kind of slow after news, but did catch one trade this week off stream. There's a little bit of an echo in this room still. I don't like it. I gotta put some stuff up on the wall. Do you guys hear the echo, or is it just me? It's not echoing or anything. Okay. Echo. Damn, bro. Fuck. That's gonna trip me out. I hate that. Just moved into the new spot, so everything is working properly. So starting next week already, we're gonna start doing the streams on WAP. Again, there's gonna be 3 sessions on YouTube. The rest of the sessions will be done on WAP. Guys, gotta join our membership in order to look at those streams, right? But again, we'll still be doing the free YouTube streams 3 times a week. Discord is still free, but for the most part, the live trading sessions and the isolation sessions will be done exclusively on our WAP website. Gonna give everybody 4 minutes to join. 7:05 we'll get started. Any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want us to go over, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. Pairs we're going to be going over is going to be AUD USD, finishing off with US oil. We'll be going in order from the top to the bottom. AUD USD, Euro AUD, EURCAD, Euro USD, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30 USD CAD, USD ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. But again, any questions about any other pairs, let me know. Any questions about entries that you guys took, that you guys want me to break down, let me know. And first thing is first, tomorrow, Friday. Again, I usually don't trade Fridays, but since it was kind of a slow week for me, I'm still gonna, I'll be up, I'll wake up, and I'll do the stream. And I believe it is the first Friday of the month, so I'm pretty sure we have NFP tomorrow. Let me see. Yep, 8:30 a.m. we have NFP, and we have Powell speaking at 11:25 a.m. So we should have some type of volume coming into the market tomorrow from 8 in the morning all the way till 12 p.m. So it should be a good day. Should be a pretty easy Friday tomorrow. I'm gonna give everybody another 3 minutes. Once again, any questions, let me know. Opposite. So they look the same inverse. Nice. So they don't look the same. Nice. Alright guys, let's get started. So AU, we know we're in A2. We're in the second zone of consolidation. We haven't gotten a break of structure just yet. We reached the bottoms, tested the lows, we started the uptrend. Right, this uptrend push, once again, we're still trading between this higher high and this higher low. Price came down, tested lows, rejected, went back up, tested highs, rejected, went back down low, rejected the lows, and we came back up again with that news candle that we had today. Or not today, yesterday, and the volume that we had from the news going into the Asia session. Price tested highs again and came right back down to the bottom. So we go down to a lower time frame, and I'm not gonna update the daily time frame. We'll do this on Sunday for the weekly market breakdown. But if we go down to lower time frame, we can see that price is just in a zone of consolidation, where price has been rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs. Right, we have no continuations in the 4-hour time frame. Once again, price just moving sideways at this point. So now at these highs, I want to look for engulfing candles. I want to look for continuations, something that's going to tell me price is going to start moving, right? So we had a change of character, break of structure on the lower time frame, and then we had a change of character again on the 30-minute. Right, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, and we know we're trading between this high these 30-minute lows and these 30-minute highs. It's 372. We could take this off, but we know we're trading between this high and this low. And at this moment, yesterday price gave us a day of no net, and then today price gave us a day of rise. Counter. No engulfing candles on no time frames, nothing on the 4, nothing on the daily, nothing on the 1, nothing on the 30, but on the 15 we have a nice engulfing. Now, do I think price will come back up here, retest, and go short once again? I don't believe so. Once again, I want to see structure kind of shift here. In order for me to look for a comfortable trade going short, I either want to see a break of the zone of consolidation, or I want to see a nice rejection candles at the highs. But at this moment, once again, the two things we're looking for, and if we notice, we're in the middle of the zone. We're in the middle of the high and the low. We're in between the high and the low, right in the middle. So if you notice it, this is where, if we just put a line, a horizontal line, so you guys can see, every time price is in the zone, what's price doing? It's just trapping traders, right? Making them believe that this is where price was going to make higher highs and higher lows, then trapping them and going short and hitting stop losses, right? Doing the same thing here, making people believe that this is going to be a double bottom to continue, and what is it doing? Going straight to stop losses, right? So same thing here, even with the news candle, making everybody believe that this is where price is going to give you higher highs and higher lows, and then boom, it gave you one candle. The news at the end of the day at 4 p.m. gave you a candle, literally 83 pip candle, on a pair that moves 64 pips on a day-to-day. It gave you 83 with one candle, right? Just trapping traders, right? And then making them believe that this is going to be the shoulder, the retail traders now, right? The shoulder head shoulders, making everybody believe that this was going to be a simple break and retest to continue, and it just continued that push to the top side, hit everybody's stop loss. So once again, I'm not really interested in trading in this area right now. Too many traps being made, right? So AU, I'm just gonna steer away from. But at this point, the only thing we have is that engulfing candle in the 15. But we could see that even if price comes up to the zone, ADR STP would already be hit. So not really interested in AU right now. EA, we're in level 3. We were in V2, second zone of consolidation in an uptrend. We finally had the break of structure. Price gave us a little just 23.6, 38.2 retracement, right? A little flag post pattern to then continue the push to the top side. We know we had 2 months to rise. This month already being the 3rd month. Price gave us that new high, and we're still pushing up. Again, I'm not really going to update the daily time frame just yet until Sunday. Daily time frame, let's go back here. Do I want to say this is higher high, higher low, higher high in the daily time frame? Not really. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if I add that. 4 hour though, we couldn't. 4 hour structure, we're trading higher high and higher low. Yeah, because on both the only reason I'm not marking this on the daily time frame is because this isn't a significant pullback, right? So could we on the daily time frame? Like all I'm looking for though, if this would have been a significant pullback and then a break, all I'm looking for in the daily time frame, on the 4 hour time frame, on the 30-minute time frame, for me to say that this is higher high higher, or I'm sorry, on the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame, just for me to say that this is a new higher high, higher low, all I want to see is a candle closure above the zone. Now, if it's the 30-minute time frame, right, on the 30-minute time frame, you could mark a higher high, higher low if it was only a wick. But again, the whole question stems from, is it a valid pullback? If it's not a significant pullback, then I wouldn't mark that with a wick on a 30-minute time frame. On the daily time frame, I don't care that price closed above, because again, this isn't really a significant pullback. So instead of saying that this is higher high, higher low, higher high, on the daily time frame, we could just say that whatever high is set here is gonna be the higher high, and we're looking for price to go into a higher low, right? Because price never gave us a pullback; it just continued, right? And it just continued the trend the entire time. So again, in comparison to the 4 hour, the only reason I'm marking this as a 4 hour, yeah, even though we don't have a valid break, so technically, let's say price doesn't give us a valid break, right? Let's say this candle doesn't close above. Then we'll be looking for the rejection for price to go short and give us a steeper pullback. So at that point, this would be a multi-session type 1 pattern, right? We're at the higher highs, price gives us a rejection, and we continue that trend back down to the bottom to this gap, which we were mainly looking for price to do that first before anything else. So just got to be patient with this one. We had a week of no net. This week we had the week hasn't finished yet, so we're good with this. Nothing here just yet. No continuations. Once again, let's delete this real quick. Right, on the 4 hour time frame, still have just higher high, higher low, higher high. And then on the 30-minute, We had our change of character. We had a 30-minute break of structure. And we know we're trading between this 30-minute high. Again, I don't really want to say this is a big 30-minute, but it's all good. I don't know what that means, but I know that we're at a higher high. Okay. We had a day of rise. Right. ECAD. We are in level 2. We were in V1, first zone consolidation and an uptrend. We finally got our break of structure. We got a higher high, looking for a higher low. Right, same kind of situation as EA. This price want to give her a steeper pullback, and again, very similar. All these pairs, most of these pairs have a gap at the bottom. So I'm not just expecting a baby pullback to then continue. Right, I'm expecting a steep pullback. I'm expecting price to give me higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low somewhere in this area to then continue that push to the top side. So once again, for me right now, with a lot of these pairs, it's just about being patient and waiting until I see clean and crystal clear moves before I take a trade, right? Especially with these news candles that we have this week, right? Like if we really look at it, you know, we have rejection candles and exhaustion candles at the lows, and we have rejection and engulfing candles and exhaustion candles. What am I saying? We have engulfing candles, exhaustion candles, and rejection candles. Holy shit, that's crazy. At the top of the zone, right? So right now we have no clear view of what price wants to do. Yo, this is crazy. This is what a few days off does to you, bro. You gotta get back in the zone. That's why I fucking hate, like when I'm in my like fucking when I'm grinding, bro. I hate taking days off, man. Alright, so we have higher high, higher high, lower low, change of character, higher high. Jesus, dude, hold on. High, higher high, lower low, change of character. Then price came back down, then it gave us a change of character, higher high. So we're trading between this low and these highs up here. These are big, big zones. Then we have a day of no net yesterday. Then today price gave us a day of rise. Let's move this here. Now once again, EURCAD, we're pretty much still trading at a higher high, so not really going to be paying attention to this pair. Right, 4-hour time frame, third month high on EURCAD. We have a month of no net, a month of no net, and then this month ended on a month of rise. So I don't know where you have 3 months of rise on. This one? Because the red candle and the red candle are in the same spot. The opening candles are in the same spot. Same thing with this month. Opening candle and the opening candle are closing or touching. So right now in the daily time frame, we have nothing. Right, 4-hour, we could see that price wants to fake everybody out in the lower time frame, right, making them believe this is where price is going up. But you could even see that, okay, we have the change of character, we could say that, but the break of structure price is just testing. Never gave us a valid break. Instead, it gave us a 4-hour engulfing candle, and now we're sitting on that retest to go short, right? A bearish engulfing. Since I don't trade going counter, I'm not gonna be messing with this. And we have a 30-minute engulfing candle too, right? And price is testing that now. Even gave us an exhaustion candle at these highs. Take the trade, fuck it, go counter. Do it. Let's let's keep this on our watch list here. I'm not trading this, but I want to keep this here just so we can see what their stop loss like. Like 40 pips. That's a big stop. How's the lower time frame looking? Oh, another engulfing lower time frame. Oh my, they're giving us all the entries. Right, so instead of using a 50 pip stop, now you had a fucking crystal clean. There's a 40 pip. But let's go down to lower time frame. We have anything else here? Let's see. So not only did you have a 15-minute engulfing, but then you had lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Alright, boom, low, high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low, lower high, break of structure. We never had a retest. Do we have any engulfing candles in the 1 minute here? Let's see. No engulfing candles either. Green, green, red. But that green wick did not, or that green candle didn't close above the wick. Did it? Maybe it closed right on it. I think it closed right on it. Oh, no, it closed above it. No, right on it. It didn't close above. Damn. Damn, they missed that shit by a pip. That's crazy. But there you go. 1 minute. Fuck it. You take the fuck it trade because it's an engulfing candle. And then you boom. Instead of having a 54 pip stop, there you go. You have a 2.6 pip stop. And on top of a 2.6, on top of a 2.6 pip stop, straight into profit. You're already in profit 20, 30 pips. So think about it. Let's just do the math real quick. So let's say you have a 100K account, right? You're risking 2% on a 100K account. So nah, fuck it. There's 2 pips. You're risking 2%. 2 pip. Risking 2%. Exactly. You're risking 2%. So let's look at the shut up. Let me do a math real quick. $19 lot times 2 pips. Right. That's 513 bones. That's not even 2K yet. That's a fucking 30 pips. The what? Yeah. I just multiply what my loss size would be times the lots the stop loss. That's a $50 lot, yo. But no Propfirm is letting you throw a $50 lot. That's a fact. Would they really? Alright, so let's say you could throw a 50 lot on that shit. Right? Let's just say that you could throw a 50 lot, right? Now let's talk about STP and where we would have our take profit. 84 pips. So 84 pips. Right? 84 pips, let's say. So cool. So you have a trade that's 78 pips to TP. So that's $50 lot. So that's 50 times 78 pips. That's $39,050 right there. So you guys already could see the type of damage you could do on a trade when you see all these rules. Now again, if this wasn't trading counter trend, no, I would have been in this shit already. Know that I would have been in here already. 100%, because you have a shoulder head shoulder. You have a shoulder head shoulder. You have the break, right? Which this isn't even a clean break just yet. We're still testing. Price came back, gave you an exhaustion candle in the lower time frame, tapped into the engulfing candles. Not only do we have a 4-hour engulfing, but we also have a 30-minute engulfing, and we have a 15-minute engulfing. So EURCAD, if this wasn't trading counter, that's a position that I'm looking for 100% of the time. EURUSD. EURUSD, we're still in V1. We're in the first zone consolidation in an uptrend. We still have this gap at the bottom of the market. We had 2 months to rise. This month being the 3rd month, price already gave us that push to the top side. On the 4-hour time frame, Just go ahead and remove our session breaks here. On the 4-hour time frame, we have a week of no net. Once again, price gave us just higher high, higher low, then gave us this higher high. So here on EU, we could go ahead and put this as a 4-hour high, and we could put this as a 4-hour low. And then on our 30-minute time frame, we know we had a change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, right? This is where now we gotta say, do we say this is higher high, higher low, and then we're trading between this higher low and this higher high? I think we can say that. Definitely can. Let's take this off. And then this line came in handy. Go back to the 4-hour. We were looking at this, right? We understood that if price gave us a rejection candle of the lows, this is where we'd start seeing price go up. So really, we missed opportunities here to take trades on EU. What days did we start giving these lows though? This was on Wednesday last week, right? Friday gave us a retest, but then obviously this week I haven't even been on my charts like that, so kind of missed opportunities here on EU for sure. There's no doubt about it. EU was the trade, was the pair to keep an eye on for this week. The only thing that was missing was an engulfing candle that we never got. But when we're looking at all our rules, right, we're looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA. Even trading today was good. This was yesterday. See, if I would have been like really deep, I know we talked about EU, right? If I would have, yeah, if I would have really been here and really been like on the charts, if I wasn't driving and I was on the computer yesterday, I would have given you a way better kind of analysis on what I'm looking at here. Yeah, because even here on the 30, like we have the 800 EMA, right? On top of the 800 EMA, we had the 50 cross above the 200, right? You have the retest. The retest was on the 200 EMA. That's exactly where you want to see price bounce off on. So on the fact that you're bouncing off the 200 EMA, so yeah, exactly, right? Going into level 2. So you would have had a stop loss probably below here. We go down to a lower time frame. Let's take a look. Even here, like let's say you were patient and you waited for price to actually give you the retest. So look how this shit would have played out. This is exactly how let's say we have this trade again. Let's say we ever have this trade again, right? Once we see price bounce off the 200 EMA, which is here, what do we get? We got a 5-minute engulfing candle. That's it. That's the trade. That's the entry. And then we're talking about, right? We're talking about, yo, literally, we're talking about a fucking 13 pip, right? We're talking about a 13 pip stop, and then our TP, right? TP, we had 3 months of rise. Did we hit it? No. So yo, think about it. No, I'm saying like before the entry we didn't hit 3rd month, right? So okay, my brother, but I just told you why I didn't fucking say nothing yesterday. This is what I'm trying to get. This is what I'm trying to fucking explain to you. Right. So on top of the fact that we had the 5-minute entry, let's also say STP, right? STP was 59 pips. So let's, right? So boom, TP number 1 would have been the 59 pips, and then you would have held. You would have closed what, 30%, 50%, whatever you're comfortable with at that, and then you hold it to the fucking to the daily time frame. So again, let's do the math. Let's say you're trading a $200,000 account, or I'm sorry, a 100K account, risking 2%, right? So that's 12 pips of stop loss, right? Times 12 pips. How much? 120. Yeah, 120. So let's round that out to $11 lot, right? A $11 lot size with 127 pip TP. That's 13,000. So, well, that's 2 trades in a row where right there you're already making fucking close to 40K on 2 trades. So that's a breakdown right there. This is how we would trade this shit. Market makers are lucky, man. That would have been a great catch. So now on the 30-minute time frame, we had change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then higher high. So we're trading. Hold on. My bad, I'm back, guys. We have 2 days of rise on EU. Let's take this back, right? So daily time frame, we know we're at the top of the zone of consolidation. Have that rejection candle already at the top. 4-hour time frame, we're trading at a higher high, right? 30-minute time frame, we're trading at a higher high. Not only that, but on the 30-minute time frame, we also have a bearish engulfing candle, and we can see that on the 30-minute, we just printed another bearish engulfing candle. So, gonna keep an eye on this pair. I'm still gonna mark it as a 372. However, at this point, this is low probability. This will be a low probability trade, trading at a higher high. We already gave that 3rd-month push. Yeah, that 5-minute entry, that would have been fucking great. God damn it, Kendall. Why you not tell me, man? Nah, bro, fuck that. Nah, man, fuck that. Nah, man, fuck that. You're fake. It's not good. GA, we're in level 3, right? We were in V2, second zone of consolidation on an uptrend. We had the break of structure of the zone of consolidation, the higher low, the break of structure retest, right? Then price gave us another higher high, and we're still just sitting at the higher high. On top of the fact that we have a higher high, 2 months of rise, this month being the 3rd month already gave us that push. On the 4-hour time frame, once again, still just trending. I'm not going to say that this is higher high, higher low, higher high. It's all part of the same trend. And then on the 30-minute time frame, we have a 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, the market must move sideways or go down. We ended up going down. Then price gave us a day of rise. Where? Oh shit. Yeah. That was another missed opportunity, bro. That's what happens, man. Every time that you step away from the fucking charts, man. Shit never fails. Every single time. We hit 3rd month before this. Yeah, we did. The opening candle. Every single time, bro. Every single time you step away from the charts, you know some shit's gonna happen. That's 3 trades already this week that we fucking missed, man. God damn. That's insane work. Want to do the math on this one too, guys? You guys can see what type of shit we're dealing with. Let's do the math. First and foremost, this should already hit STP. So realistically speaking, would I have caught this trade? Would I have taken it? Probably not. Right? And the entry was at 5 until 5 a.m. So again, realistically speaking, would I have been up for this trade? Would I have been able to take it? You know, these are a lot of questions that in hindsight, right? But again, I don't usually trade Asia session. I usually get up at 5:30, so I wouldn't have even been able to catch this trade. But let's say we would have caught it. Let's say one of you guys who trade Asia session, London session get this trade. We're talking about a 20 pip stop. So what? That's a $10 lot. $10, $20 stop loss, yeah. So let's round it up to 10 bucks, right? And you, let's say you just catch the high of the day, it's 88 pips, talking about 8,000. So again, you can't be greedy in this game. You gotta know how to take your wins and understand why you took your wins. It's not a guessing game, guys. If I wanted to guess, I'd go to the casino and put 10,000 on black. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a valid break. You had the testing candle. We're looking for a green candle to close above it. We got the green candle closing above it. Then this would be the retest. But we already had change of character, break of structure, retest, and this is already the third push. Right? So on top of the fact that you had an engulfing candle 2 and the third push, you know, this was definitely the best trade, and it's on the 800 EMA. Right? Could you have gotten in on a lower time frame? Change of character, break of structure. I'm sure that we got that. Right? Change of character, break of structure, retest, and it even gave you a fucking inducement. Right? We had change of character, break of structure, gave you an inducement of the lows here. It didn't even break those lows. It gave you the best type of entry. So this would have been a fucking, think about it. When you're looking at it, right? Lower time frame. Once again, you have the change of character, break of structure. The retest could happen anywhere between here and here. Right? So we would have had a fucking, once again, let's just say this position was a position you took instead of the one with the 20 pip stop. Right? If you took this trade and you were patient in the 5-minute time frame and waited for the change of character, break of structure, we're talking. Right? We're talking about a 4 pip stop, and your TP would have been at the high of the day, or the high of the structure, right? Lower low into that lower high. Let's say your TP would have been here. Let's take the TP on the 30-minute so we could see exactly what it is that we're looking at. Yeah, exactly. So this would have been the TP over here. So once again, let's do the math. What's good, Albert? Welcome to the stream, my brother. On a 100K account, risking 2%, we're talking about a 4 pip stop loss. All right. Once again, that's a 50 pip. That's a $50 lot size. With the $50 lot size, getting 92 pips as TP, that's $46,000. Again, guys, it's a different fucking ball game out here, man. Completely different ball game. So GA was also a pretty good trade on Wednesday. So once again, am I gonna be looking for trades on here at this moment? Not really. We're trading at a higher high. Gonna let this go. We don't have any continuations. We already gave the 3 pushes after the change of character, break of structure. Again, we have push 1, push 2, push 3. We got a nice pullback, but I want to see a steeper pullback happen before I take a trade. GCAD, daily time frame. Again, trading at a higher high. We're in level 3. After V2 second zone consolidation and uptrend was broken, we got a break of structure, higher high. We're looking for a higher low. Now again, this is one of those pairs that doesn't have a gap. So what I'm looking for is really a retest somewhere around these areas here, which also lines up with the 50 EMA. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Right, so on top of the fact that we have the 50 EMA, we have the break of structure, we're looking for a retest, right? We also know that price gave us 2 months of rise. right? After 2 months of rise, we're looking for that third push. We could see that price already tried to give us that third push, gave us exhaustion candles, and then started making lower lows and lower highs in the lower time frame. And for us, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want to see, right? Not only that, let's start putting our fibs as well, so you guys could have key ideas as to why we want to see these pullbacks, right? We know that we have a pullback. This pullback that we're looking for on the daily time frame, once we go to the 4-hour, what are we looking for? We know that a flag post pattern is between 23.6 and 38.2. In the daily time frame, that 38.2 would be where? It would be right on the retest of the break of structure. It'd be right on the retest of the 50 EMA. This is exactly what we're looking for. So right now everything looks good on GCAD. We just gotta wait for a pullback. Once that pullback is given, once we get that entry on the pullback, that's when I'll start looking to take a trade. We know we had a change of character, we had to break a structure, we had to retest, gave us a third push, right? And price ended up giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price came down and gave me a change of character, lower low here. And then it gave me a high and low, and then price gave us a change of character, higher high here. Then it gave us this low, price came down, lower low, then price came up, gave us a rejection. We're trading now lower low, so we're trading between this high over here, thank you, and we're trading between this low over here. Price gave us a day of no net. Price gave us a day of no net. Price gave us a day of drop. GCAD is looking good. The other platform, WAP, doesn't save live streams for these who missed to rewatch. Where? This day? The most recent day, so it's this one. It's a node net. Did I? No, there's no way. I did this one first. I said this was a drop. These were 2 days of no net. The other platform, WAP, doesn't save live streams for those who missed to rewatch. If it doesn't save it automatically, Albert, then I'll obviously have it recorded, and then I'll post it myself. But it should save it though. But I'm not 100% sure since we haven't done a stream there yet. But on the first stream, I'm gonna record and stream at the same time. That way, if it doesn't upload it automatically, then I'll upload it to the website myself. I'll just do it manually. Give me 1 second, guys. My bad, I'm back, guys. Oh man, I gotta take my shoes off. So much better. Alright, so where we end up in GCAD? Oh, I thought you'd done some stream. No, I haven't done a stream on WAP yet. I literally just moved. I just set everything up, so I haven't done anything this week. This is literally the first session back and everything, so I haven't touched any. I was supposed to do everything on WAP this week. I had it set up already, like manually set up that we were gonna start this week, but when I was setting up the WAP, I had completely forgotten that I was moving this week. So that was on me. That's all good though. I posted on the announcement on WAP that starting next week, Well, literally on Monday. That's when I'll start doing everything we're supposed to, and I'll start doing the one-on-one sessions again. GJ, we're still in the zone of consolidation, still rejecting highs and rejecting lows. I'm gonna start to move a little faster here, guys. But again, any questions, let me know. Can we take a short revision on the zones? Which zones are you talking about? You're talking about the session breaks, 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, 4-hour highs, 4-hour lows. Which zones are you referring to? The engulfing candle zones for the entries. Which zones do you want to talk about? GU. We are in level 2. We were in V1 for zone of consolidation. We had to break a structure higher high. Price came down, gave us a higher low. And now we're looking for that higher high to be made. We have 2 months to rise, this month being the 3rd month. Price already gave us that push to the top side. On the 4-hour time frame, we had higher high, higher low, and a new higher high. On the 4-hour time frame, we had a change of character. We have the break of structure now on the 4-hour time frame. So this is looking good. We're gonna be ready to start moving here soon on GU. 30-minute time frame. Let's go back and delete some things here. So we had a change of character. We had the break of structure. We're trading between this 30-minute low here. Baby girl, where the fuck the function? We're trading between this 30-minute high and that 30-minute low. And then we had 2 days of drop on the 3rd day, gave us a 3rd day low, and finished on a no net. That's counter. Then price gave us a day of rise. Then price gave us 2 days of rise. Could we expect a 3rd day? This pullback is very steep, so it's not something that I'm expecting. Price already gave us exhaustion candles at these highs. We don't have any continuations on the 4-hour, but we do have the 4-hour break of structure. So now could we expect a pullback or retest to then continue? Absolutely. We also have an engulfing candle here on the 30-minute. So this would be very ideal, very ideal. Let's calculate our STP for the day as well. STP for the day, 91 pips. STP is 60. 60 pips. This is 38 pips. Cool. Let's say we get this retest. 60 pips would be below the 372. So STP number 1 would be your, or TP number 1 would be STP. TP number 2 would obviously be the ADR for the day. And then if going into tomorrow, we could look for another trade potentially for another third day push, but very unlikely. Like I said, there's a very low probability trade at this point. So just want to be patient with GU. Just want to be patient with GU. US30, I'm not doing a breakdown on stream. You said yes, I believe it's the session zones, the ones with the red rectangles. Daily 4 hour 30. Okay, so yeah, you're talking about the 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, the 4 hour and the daily highs and lows. We could go over that. Let's we'll do it after the stream. We'll do it after we finish looking at these pairs, and then at the end of the stream we'll look at that. Alright, so US30, we have the change of character, and price gave us another push. Damn, if we could get that candle break, that'd be crazy. If not, if we get a valid break, that'll tell us a lot about US30. 4 hour time frame, same thing, change of character. The break, if we could get that valid break, that'll be perfect. If we don't get it, then we know price is gonna go right back to the top. And then on the 30, we had lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Boom, lower high. And then I'm at a point where do we say this is lower low, lower high, lower low, or is all of this part of the same trend? Right, the break all the way to the bottom. Because we know we had the change of character, push 1, push 2. No, yeah, push 1, push 2, push 3, because this, no, but I was looking at this high, trying to see. Right, so we have push 1, push 2, price gave us a push, and then push number 3. Right, and then I push number 3, price gave us lower low, lower high, lower high. So let's mark this up like this. We know we have thank you. Have a day of rise here with a gap. Gave us a third day. Finished on a drop. Right. So then we're gonna mark this as the lower low, and this as the lower high. And we have 2 days of drop. Have gaps in the market. Price already gave us that third push. Let's look at this on the lower time frame. This is where we want to start seeing that shift in the trend. We want to start seeing lower low, lower high, lower low, higher highs. Same thing in the 5 minute. No engulfing candles in the 5. Nothing in the 15. In the 1 minute we have An engulfing candle, but it's not valid. We opened up with gaps. Not only that, top and bottom wicks are not valid there. Then we have another one here, but again, no top wick for any of these three candles, and then the second red candle didn't close below. So no entries just yet. US30 should be a good one to keep an eye on for tomorrow. The what? Where? At this one here? Yeah, you would. USDCAD, pretty much just missing USDCAD and USDZAR, guys. And then the other pairs, I'm not gonna go over them on stream since it's gold, Bitcoin, and oil. But any questions, just let me know. So USDCAD, we're still in peak high territory, right? In the 4-hour time frame, we have the change of character, and now we have the break of structure. And so on the 4-hour, we had the 4-hour change of character. Forward change of character. We have the 4-hour break of structure. Alright, we have the test candle closure, which is the confirmation. We had 2 weeks of drop. Last week was this week the third week. Boom, we got that third week low, and it also gave us the break. So now we're looking for a pullback. Perfect. So we know we're trading between this low, this high, and then on the 30-minute, we're also trading higher high, higher low, higher high. Then price gave us a change of character, lower low. Then all of that. We don't have a break of structure on the 30-minute. All of this is part of the same trend. So we're trading between this 30-minute low and these 30-minute highs over here. Then we had a day of drop. We had 2 days of drop. We had 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, the market must move sideways or go up. So there you go. We know we're trading at a lower low. We know we're looking for a lower high. We're looking for a break of structure. We'd love to see that break of structure happen on the what time frame are we looking for the break of structure on? We got it. No, we want to see a pullback is what we want to see now. Daily, we're not looking for a break of structure. We know we're in level 1, so we're looking for price bounce off the 50. We want to see the 50 cross below 200, which we got, and we started downtrending. This is looking good. Peak high territory, you want to see a shoulder head shoulder or a double top, and we got a shoulder head shoulder. Unless this is a false move still, which is could still be on the 30-minute, then we would still be going up. And then USDZAR V2, second zone of consolidation, no break of structure just yet. Daily time frame, go to the 4 now. On the 4, we have a week of rise. This week would be the second week. See, and that's where USDCAD and USDZAR now look like they usually move the same. So the fact that this pair is doing something completely different, it's a little off-putting. But we also know that this has a gap at the bottom of the market too. So could this just all be a fake move for price to go back down to the bottom? It could be. Right, so this is where it gets a little tricky here, where you just want to be patient with these pairs. There's nothing more we could do. And then we have a day of rise, 2 days of rise. On the third day gave the rise drop, and since this is still uptrending, we're still going to mark it as a rise drop. And again, this is where it looks different, because even your days of rise and days of drop now in USDCAD and ZAR are different. They've completely shifted. USD, ZAR, and CAD usually move the same, roughly the same. And again, market structure here, we still have higher high, higher low, and then all of this is part of the same structure. Unless we say this is higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high. And we're looking for the break of structure, lower low. So see how this looks. Okay. Jesus, this fucking bird is mad annoying, man. You hear that shit in the background? Oh man, it's the fucking bird, bro. Most annoying fucking pet to have, man. Motherfuckers don't do nothing but make noise and shit everywhere. You think so? But am I wrong though? Like, yo, this shit is just fucking whistling all day, man. That would be even worse. And then I have a pair and that motherfucker's just yelling at me, cursing me out. Like, yo, I'd really have a fucking aneurysm. Yeah. Fucking bird would get cooked, man. I don't even eat meat, but I'd fucking munch on that bird, man. This shit really does boil my blood though, bro. It really does, yo. Like I hate listening to that fucking bird, man. Like there's nothing I hate more than hearing that shitty bird quack 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 all day, man. Like shit makes me sweat, bro. I feel like I've been doing this session for so long, but there's been so much to update. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not about to grind. We're still in the middle on Bitcoin. We're just gonna update this. There's nothing to trade. And we'll go over the oil trade from yesterday. Or before yes, I don't even fucking remember. And last but not least, guys, oil. Fuck. So oil A1 for zone of consolidation. We're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, so still not the best spots to look for a trade. On the 4-hour time frame, we know we were at a lower high. At the lower high, we had rejection candles, right? Let's turn back the session breaks. Let's turn this on now. 30-minute time frame. We had a day of drop. Then the day of our trade. My god, I can't wait to finish, bro, because this bird is pissing me off. Nah, dude, like you don't understand. I want to crash out so bad. Like that's why I'm rushing to get into this shit, so I can go shut him the fuck up, man. Put his ass outside. Fuck the bird. Right. So on the 30-minute, with our entries, we know we had the exhaustion candle at the top. We had a zone of consolidation. At the top of the zone of consolidation, we had a 30-minute engulfing candle. Right. looking for that retest and price went down. So I got lucky here because I actually got into this trade at around 2 a.m., 1:30, 2 a.m. And I went to bed and it went straight down, right? Didn't cash out obviously because I was sleeping. Woke up and I saw that price came back into my entry and I just let price go. So was a very lucky trade. I'm not gonna sit here and not say that it wasn't a lucky trade, but you know, why I didn't have a set TP, honestly was not really expecting price to move like that. Was kind of expecting it to move a little bit later throughout the day since we had that news, but we could see that even throughout the day with the news that we had, gave you the exhaustion candles at the highs, just kind of trapped a lot of traders. And then went straight right back down, so it gave us 2 days of drop, right? And on the 2 days of drop, price then gave us a change of character on the 30-minute time frame, and then gave us a break of structure. So we know that we're trading between this 30-minute low over here and this 30-minute high over here. Right, so let's also delete some of these drawings. Two days of drop, 3 days of drop, perfect. Looking for a pullback. Let's look at any engulfing candles that we might have. Getting tired of all this shit. Path, okay. Yo, no, I haven't, man. Nah, man. I'm scared of women. Okay. He said with USDCAD at the peak formation high, could we say the month of March to April is a month of drop? From the month of March to April, so this month. So no, because it doesn't matter that price is in peak high, right? What matters when you're looking for a drop or rise or no net is whether or not price closed below, or if it closed above, or if it closed right on it. So since the opening candle for March is touching the opening candle for April, this would be a no net. Doesn't matter whether or not you had a break of structure. It doesn't matter about anything else. The only thing that matters when you're looking for days of drop, weeks of drop, or months of drop is whether or not the opening candles for the months that you're looking for. Again, in this case, you're looking for the opening candle of March and the opening candle of April. If the candle is touching the other candle, it's a no net. Right. So to go into your other question with the zones, right, the highs and the lows, it's very simple, right? So you're just looking at structure. And this is again, like, we haven't gone over structure on our one-on-ones. We haven't really done that, so I'm not expecting you to get this right away. But what I'm looking for is just my higher highs and higher lows. So on the daily time frame, I know I'm trading higher high, higher low, and higher high. So my daily time frame, my daily highs and my daily lows, this would be my daily low down here, and this would be my daily high up here, right? On the 4-hour time frame, we have higher high, higher low, and higher high. So this would be my 4-hour low, and this would be my 4-hour high. Then on the 30-minute time frame, you have lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, right? Lower high, lower low, then price gave you higher high. So we know that we're trading between this low and this higher high. So that's how you would see your 30-minute highs, 30-minute lows, 4-hour highs, 4-hour lows. It's just about market structure, your higher highs and higher lows in each time frame. Damn, man, this would have been a great EURCAD trade, huh? Probably perfect fucking trade. Going counter, yeah. Fuck it, we're getting in. We're talking about a 3 pip stop loss and we would be up 37 pips already, yo. That's crazy. But that's exactly what we're looking for. It's not too shabby. So now for tomorrow, which trades do we look at for tomorrow? Let's go through this one on one again. Which pairs could we sit here and be like, yeah, this looks good? What is this red line that I have up here? What's this for? G would be one to keep an eye on for tomorrow. GA. What is this GA line that I have here? What is this PCAR? EU for a 372 as well. EURCAD, nothing. Euro AUD? No, I'm not looking at Euro AUD. No, I'm not looking at EA. And then AU, I'm not looking at EA either, or AU. Alright. Any other questions in the chat, guys? Anything else you guys want me to go over? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over and explain? Let me know. If not, that's pretty much it for today, and then we'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session. No questions in the chat. Gonna give you guys 20 seconds. Anything you guys want me to go over? Anything you guys want me to explain? Any questions? Any other pairs? Alright, guys. Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out.